All right, and we're back. This next match is going to be Goo versus Overwatch Premier. Overwatch Premier was a team that we just saw. Goo, a very high level team, most of them being Immortal, some of them, I think one being Diamond. Eric, you saw the chem from Overwatch Premier. How do you think that's going to act up against a team that is as high level skill and rank wise as Goo is?
Overwatch Premier showed that they know how to, five-man rush sites. Not sure if that's going to work as well against a high yellow team, but it should. If they can pull together a few rounds, make it close, I think we're in for a interesting game here.
So I guess given your level and your insight, do teams that are at this level know how to deal with five-man rushes like that? Is that pretty standard to be able to work around?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter what level you are. If there's a team that can five-man rush effectively, you might just not be able to deal with it at all. It just depends on how the team rushes, what they do, if they can get the frags. There's so many variables to it. So even if you set up to counter the five-man rush, you might still have a rough time holding it. So it could go either
Yeah,
way.
that makes sense. So we saw last round we had some I guess some pretty decent plays from a couple players. I know Yodel was doing well, Dino Lobster is doing well, Xavi did fairly well, even Poser did well. I mean, the only player that I think struggled a little bit was Vose Max, who is that iron level player that as far as I'm aware, hasn't played before. Do you think a team that has like four good fraggers like that will have an advantage over a team like Koi, even at a different level?
Um, like I was saying, like before, at this elo, the higher ranked the player, the higher the chance he's going to get the frags, the headshots. So the ones that can get that most what's it called, most consistent headshots, that team's probably going to come out on top in this game.
Makes sense. So we're
Not
seeing here we're
not
going to be
yeah,
on
not
a scent. Go ahead.
sorry, not to downplay like Overwatch Premier's like chemistry or anything, but it's, like I was saying, probably going to come down to the headshots. Five omens.
Yeah, five omens, omen difference. We're seeing here that this is going to be a scent. Overwatch Premier is going to start on the attacker side. What are you thinking from this character selection from Overwatch Premier?
Nothing too crazy. I like the Sage actually. I've
Choose
seen
your
Sage
agent.
in a coming into a couple of different comps lately, so it will be interesting to see how they play around that. Um, Goom, Five Omens. I like to see it.
I wonder if there's an overlay issue there. Or yep, okay,
did
they're
they
all
ju-
locked in.
did they, did they just roulette? I believe they just rouletted that. Could be wrong. Interesting.
I wonder if they're overconfident here. Do you think they're a little overconfident to the point where they just let it roulette?
If they're immortal diamonds and they see the ranks of the other team, maybe they're just doing it for the content. We'll see. But I
To be
believe
fair,
that might have been a roulette.
they did just watch the past game, so but it looks like there's no call for a restart or anything, so that might have been strategic.
Yeah,
Oh, we're in the
strategic
floor.
roulettes. Love to see it.
Yeah. So I guess now that we've got a weird kind of lineup here from the Goo team, how do you think this is gonna work character wise?
Oddly enough, this actually is somewhat workable. This lineup, they have their smokes, they have an initiator, and chamber sentinel, and then two duelists. It feels it might be a roulette, might not be, but it feels like it was intentional in some way. The Phoenix is a little bit of a troll pig though, but this is not a terrible comp to be playing. Oh, they're just
That
running it
KO
down.
knife.
I mean,
Oh no.
Spike
Overwatch
down
Premier.
A. One enemy remaining.
I actually like
Xavi
that
gets
call off in the
one.
defense.
That's gonna be maybe a sign of the rest of the day. That was not a very competitive match there around there from
No.
Premier. Only Xavi getting one kill.
But to be fair to attackers, you don't really anticipate the five-man rush on A main, and it's actually a fairly common strategy you should do on pistol round. Just send your util down, run it down. I actually like the strat lots. They execute that fairly well. If they keep playing like that, keep showing this defense aggression, these attackers are gonna struggle.
I dropped the spike.
Oh, yeah. There's gonna be the traditional trademark 5-man rush from Premier down mid. Oh, they're taking a duel here. Oh, he gets trapped.
Watch your eyes.
That being said,
they
Premier
get
gets
two.
2 there. Dynalobs are getting.
No charges left.
It's 2v2.
Player standing.
Ooh, the shotgun from the Sage.
Yeah, Coog getting a
Look at
little
the
bit
double heals
overconfident
here.
here, just running it down.
So Chamber versus Sky Sage, the double heal. That's a
One
blind.
enemy
Misses the blind
remaining.
barely.
Oh, nice
Spike
pick.
down A.
Oh, Sage
Ooh,
whiffing.
okay.
He needs one more to connect.
Clutch.
He needs one more. Oh no, not like that.
I hate to see it. To be fair, that was an Iron
Good.
versus Immortal battle. So
True, Agu was super overconfident. They really shouldn't have gotten away with it. But you know, fair play. They won the gunfight.
and we're seeing a fairly even split for kills on the side of Goo. Xavi getting 3 from the Premier side.
They're actually defense is somewhat forcing into this round, so not much of a bonus happening here. Steve buying a judge.
Slow play here. Very different from the trademark 5-man rush in
Oh yeah,
Flash.
Phoenix. Gonna get
Ivan
taken
got
out by Yodel
exposed.
there. Yeah.
Premier, they're over here. They're defaulting. They're fighting for mid control. This is actually good gameplay.
Here.
I see where they take it though.
Ooh, unlucky. Mindy's gonna take out Yodel, Stevo on Xavi.
What is Stevo doing?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
No.
Spike
The
down
knife
A.
attempt.
One enemy remaining.
It falls apart just like
Puck's
that.
gonna finish. Yeah.
I like the way Premier played that early rounds. They got the mid control, they got the pick, but then they just got stuck over there in tree. They didn't know what to do. So it might be a bit
Yeah, I
of a
think they
gaming
got a-
experience there.
I think there was a little bit of panic happening once they figured out how good their opponents were and that they weren't going to let them escape that situation like they could against Melee.
Yeah. If they're to win this game, they need to play confidently. They can't just get stuck. If you get stuck at that point, the other team has full map control. They could do whatever they want. You don't want to let the other team dictate the phase of play.
And we've already seen they've gone from their 5 stack to a very different from last game style. So that I think we're already seeing that they're changing their style based off of their opponents. But Yodel though going to get a first pick again. And Xavi picking off the second, so it's a 5v3 for Overwatch Premier here.
Toaster is broken.
Oh, look at this,
Okay.
Xavi.
So it's
Yeah, no need
only
to be scared when you have
very
mechanics
split.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Mini's in a
Omen
strong
and the
position
Yolo.
here, though. They have no idea.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, but Mini can't get the one.
It's a 5v1.
Spike planted.
Is this not a safe position?
I think they're fine economically, so he can try to get exits here. But wow,
I guess so, yeah.
yeah, Xavi
that's
just
3.
getting 3 headhunter kills. A huge round from him.
Yeah. It's going to be a nice clean win, too, because they keep all their guns. Dang,
Oh,
you
nice
get that.
replay.
Yeah. I think there's a second one here. Yep. Wow. 3 clean
Huge openings.
headshots there. Yeah. Chamber difference. Interesting camera perspective.
Hey, they're leaving the bomb in spawn. They're going to run a bit of a default here. Nothing too crazy. I like this. They're taking it slow.
Xavi gets 1. Yodel gonna get 1 on Stevo.
The Yor gets punished. He throws his clone right in front of himself, so he gets collateral. A bit unlucky there.
Do better.
Yeah, I think that's the
Puck getting some
game
trades.
sense there. Getting Premier there, they kind of walked into some open kills. Xavi though.
If you look at the HP here, Premier, They should be able to come out on top if they were to get the bomb sites. I don't like how they're splitting up here. Okay, we got the call. They're gonna group up mid. Probably gonna end up B here.
Omen is pretty low. But Puck, though, would
Oh, I don't
easily
think he
get
spotted
a
him.
here.
Enemy remaining.
Should be a free kick. There we
Oh
go.
my. What is going on?
Yeah, I think it was Omen. He was jump peeking and he mistimed the. He was jump peeking when the other player was already up into pizza,
30
so he couldn't
seconds
see him. A bit unlucky, really.
It was a good bird there. So these players know that they at least have a little bit of experience, but yeah, Mindy with 20 HP gonna be a difficult 2v1 here.
Yeah, unlikely. Well, dog might have just caught him, but they know where he is.
Yep.
Oh, it just misses the spam. Unlucky.
He's happy with a 4K that round.
Huge round from Javi, honestly. I think
Maybe
this
we're
is the
gonna
man
get
to watch out for.
Koi difference. Yeah. Screw Koi.
Yeah, that Euro
Got a new
clone was a
Jaglet.
bit. Yeah, that Euro clone was a bit rough. You know, you don't want to throw it right in front of you where you're walking and get collateral like that. The spray right here is unlucky.
Yeah, I was so close.
Perfect. Teleport's ready.
Oh, the defense
Back to
opts to force into this round. I don't think I agree with that decision. They're feeling overconfident now, and that might bite them.
The end's been first kill plenty of times. Got full A side here.
Yeah, you have the full sight, you have better guns.
Spike planted.
This is gonna be really difficult for defense. Shadows traveling. They're going for it though. Payrolls. See what gets one. See what gets two. Alright, we got ourselves a 2v2 now. This is doable.
But Dino Lobster's gonna finish off Puck, and that's gonna be round 3 for Premier. They've kind of, not gonna lie, brought it back. I think better than we were expecting.
Yeah, I think it's an overconfidence issue coming out of Goo. They're force buying into these rounds where they have no right to, and they're getting punished for it. Because once you lose the sights, you have Spectres, the other team has Vandals, you can have a really hard time retaking, and we just saw that there.
A gift. That's a good spot.
Maybe we'll see a 5-man B push here?
It's looking possible.
Probably not anymore.
That KO there. Yeah, detected a couple.
Defense
Most of the
is super
slow
hesitant to
rush.
rotate.
Bomb buddy out.
Got one, getting one. Oh, they're full sending it. You know, there's probably one back sides. Oh, he gets killed with the shorty.
Phoenix is there still.
Oh no.
Kind of falling apart for Premier. What happened
Yeah,
there? The end with the 3K.
The execute there, it was very split. So the Raze pushed into backside by herself. She got killed with the shorty. You lose a gun there. And then the Omen gets a perfect timing through the smoke, gets two. Probably shouldn't be able to get away with two. Should get traded there. So I think all in all, those are bad trades, and that was bad timing on the scaling with the execute there.
Yeah. We'll see how Premier can bounce back from that. Savvy with the ult here.
I like the TP.
Was that an Eric TP?
That was just a pretty risk TP overall. I don't think I'd do that myself.
Looks like defense is sitting pretty back here. They're not trying to take any fights.
Steve catches him off.
Finds out Poser. Yeah.
I gotta run to 4 players here in A. It's gonna be difficult. Oh, Shabby with a collateral.
Two.
Observer misses that one.
Fire him.
Last player standing.
Good one way.
That's a nice 3K to finish them off.
This might be Attacker's last buy round, and if they were to lose this one, they're gonna probably go down 3-7, and ideally they win this round to make the game close. Otherwise, it's gonna be very difficult. Got an op down mid. Avian's just having a field day with his
Spike
Phoenix
down,
ults.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh. We're gonna lose that 1v1, but Ray's gonna finish off Corsair for round 6 for Goo. It's still only 6-3 though. I would have expected it to be a wider margin by now.
Now coming into the next round, it's probably going to be wider because they are expected to half buy, and you don't really want to be having to be forced into these, bad economy rounds. But it's probably going to go down to 3-7. I'd expect this to be like a 4-8 half at best.
Is this
or
a
Overwatch Premier.
defense or is this a defense or offensive sided map?
It's definitely more defense favored. So 7-5 is like that. I guess the average you'd expect from this 7-5, 8-4. So 8-4 wouldn't be terrible. But they need to get that one round to make it 8-4.
Cutting through.
There's a nice op from Stevo.
Y'all are getting your trade. You can work with this.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, too clean.
Oh, good util.
There's the op down.
Hawk out! Blinded. Hawk out! Blinded.
I get one.
Why is...
I don't think they're getting.
I think the Phoenix just BM'd him. He could have killed him earlier, but I guess he just had to walk up on him. Well, this is probably the biggest round of the game right here. If Premier can't win this round, we're probably looking at 9-3, and at that point it's gonna be very difficult to come back.
What about the 9-3 curse though?
9-3 curse is doable, it's viable, but not when the rank gap is this big, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get it. It's a bit difficult to win against 4 immortal players, but to be fair, Premier came in here with no expectations, just wanted to play for fun to help out the Valorant side. So we salute them for that.
Well, aggression on B here. Oh, Stevo missing off shots.
This is all.
Stevo, what are you doing?
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
There we go. We see
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about earlier.
There.
This right here is the gunplay difference between the two
Last
teams.
round before the switch.
Yeah, generally the B rush is good, right? But if your entire team on attack is sitting outside B, you should be able to stop a B mid rush from the defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean we're seeing decent performances here from individual players in Premier. So 8-3, if they can get a 4th here, winnable, I guess. But
Time to
I think we need to see some more
Seek them out.
Yodel, Poser, Dino Lobster stepping up like they did last match.
Interesting smoke. Oh, they're gonna catch each other?
Spike down A.
Ah, lucky spray there.
Yeah, just been went from bad to worse now.
I'll handle this. Stealing sight.
One enemy
Not the
remaining.
PM.
Oh, yeah, they just got ran down that round.
I'm back.
I mean,
The problem there is
9-3 for
they
the
need
first
to.
half.
Sides.
Yeah, the attackers there, they need to use util to clear out that smoke, because you have one person sitting there dry. You can't be getting picked like that and not getting the trade, because at that point, your mental is going to be bad, but on top of that, the round is probably going to be gone too. So, well, I feel like the comms are fine on Overwatch Premier. It's just the coordination with their util that's a bit of a struggling point right now. Maybe they can change that coming to defense.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of halftime discussion there brought to you by Corsair. Thank them again for sponsoring this event. They've put up the prizes for this event. You might be able to... I have the prizes somewhere. I'll look into what they are and give you guys a rundown maybe in between matches what they are. Full 5 stack here from Goo. Messi.
Posture getting his one.
Right there.
Gets away with his life.
Not for long though. 3v3 left. The plant going down.
Cheeky shorty kill.
Last player standing.
But it's
One
only gonna be
enemy
one.
remaining.
Ooh! Yaddle trying to bring it back, but beach way.
That was a super messy round.
10 for Goo. So can we count
if you're on
on
defense,
round 11 for Goo?
Here's the predicament if you're on defense. You just got 9-3'd, you lost the second pistol, it's 10-3. Do you force into this round and try to make it 4-10, or do you save and go 11? Because it's a uphill battle, and it's going to just get harder and harder if they were to lose this round. But it seems like they're going to go disciplined, they're going to save. Oh,
Yep.
no, they do get the save.
So that'll make it where they have to win pretty much 10 in a row after that, which is seeming unlikely, but possible.
Steve was just running in with a judge. Love to see it.
Oh no. Either gonna take out Sage. His heal's gone. There's the other heal's gone. Savvy gonna get one with the headhunter.
Yeah, at best, you can just try to get 1 or 2 more picks, try to even out the numbers, hurt the economy. It's gonna be difficult. Oh no, that's just BM. You can't be doing that, Chewy.
Oh, with the teabag too.
Yeah, he deserves the teabag for that one. They're still going for the knife. Steve finally gets it.
11-3, not looking super likely. There's going to be a full buy coming out from Overwatch Premier. Pretty much, correct me if I'm wrong here, pretty much a last chance. If they lose this, they're pretty much finished. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is the bonus round for the attackers. If the attackers were to win the bonus round, it's game set match at that point because the economy is shattered and mental is already shattered. They need defense needs to win this round to make anything happen out of this game. You know what? That's a very nice smoke or flash. I mean,
Spike
Steve
down.
getting a
gonna
team
take
kill
out.
on Chewy.
That's funny. This might be the break that Overwatch Premier needs. That being said, there's still 2 players left.
One enemy remaining.
One
Spike
player left.
down A.
Fuck the last.
Okay. Oh, getting to a nice spray transfer.
Yeah.
Losing 2 isn't terrible. They should still be fine on this round. The economy doesn't really matter at this point. They can't afford to lose any more rounds. So if they were to lose, it's whatever. It's go next.
Yeah. So I guess Valorant is such a mental game. They're losing this match here. Cute Melee's had a bit to sit on the side, but 20 minutes or so to sit on the side. Going into the next match between presumably Overwatch Premier and Cute Melee, who do you think's got the mental advantage now?
Mentally, it's always the team that didn't just lose a game. But I still favor Overwatch Premier to come out on top. Oh, they were just playing B retake here. Not a bad call. I actually like that a lot. They made the attackers waste their ults.
The first 2 go to Premier.
They don't know about the Stairs
One
player.
enemy remaining.
They get a trade anyways. It's good trades. Puck here's now in a 1v4.
They know where he is now.
Full blind stunned.
And Doggy. Oh no. Not the teabag. Suppose you're down 11-5. You can't be teabagging.
That was actually one of the best rounds we've seen from Overwatch Premier so far. They played discipline. They played retake B. They made the attackers waste their ults, and then they retook with full util. That was actually very well played from them.
So, I mean, the Econ's doing pretty well for Premier. They're able to buy back everything they need. A little bit of a weird buy, half buy here from
Let's
Goo.
make some chaos.
Seems more like a force buy to me. They're just full sending it now. Oh, this could be dangerous with the KO ults.
Going up. Careful.
I was just gonna go down early. That's not a good start.
A little bit of spam damage coming through the door.
Blinded.
Oh no.
3v3 though. Possible.
Here's a raise ults.
One
You know what
enemy
both players
remaining.
are. Just have to isolate him. Nice, good retake. This is looking very dicey. The Omen playing on top of Gender probably is not the play because your whole team is off sites with no one to help you. Ideally, you want to play full retake. Actually, I hope the call came out at one point that someone should have called it at this point that they need to play retake against this team because they've noticed that Goo, they're just full 5-man rushing. Good double there from Xavi, by the way. And Goo's just 5-man rushing these sites these past few rounds. If they just play retake, they have more util on the retake. They should be fine. So hopefully they can keep that trend up and not give anything away for too easily.
Mm-hmm. So if you were, I guess, the IGL for Goo here, what buy would you go? Because this is another second round in a row with a weird buy.
If I'm the AGL, I'm probably gonna do the same thing. I'll be like, okay, we're better than these guys. Let's 5-man rush these guys and try to get the frags. Okay, that's what they're trying to do.
It's going about the same as last round. See if this time they can
Just to get the trades.
finish it off though.
Ready.
Get him.
Puck has a very strong position in heaven with that op. Ooh, he whips the shots.
Player standing.
And good
Holy.
spam coming out. And he gets one. I like this coming out of from Premier now.
Yeah, they're playing well as a team. I mean, it doesn't help that Goo is like practically throwing, but Premier's playing well and they're winning rounds. They're getting kills. They're doing what they need to do.
Yeah. If we're on Goo right now, you see that you just lost 4 in a row. You know that you need to change something up because if you keep forcing and rushing to these sites, you're not expecting to have anything change from the outcome of these rounds. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll try to change it up, go a little bit slower, play more disciplined. And seems like they might just do that, unless they're about to just do a 5-man rush B.
We've got a stinger on one player.
Come on, let's go.
Spike down.
I like this.
B.
They run away from the Phoenix ult. They're trying to stall it out before we can get any value, and there we go.
Obstacle removed. You want a piece of
Or
The
Siva
call's
with
gonna
2
come in.
frags.
Found one. Blinded. Here.
Last player standing.
And Lobster not able to get that 1v1. And there goes round 12 for Goo. That's, I mean, I guess they had a full buy there. More discipline,
Match
just what you
point.
said earlier. They're able to make it
Yeah,
count.
you'd expect them to get this eventually, but it seems like there are a bit of a miscomms coming out from Premier there.
I can buy for
Bit
you.
unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's not that unexpected from a team that does not have a ton of experience in this game. Overwatch.
Well, look
being
at this
their main
buy.
game, of course.
How do you feel about this buy from Premier?
I think there's no way this can't win. 5 off?
5 hops?
Easy.
Cutting through.
It's the best. Why do you think they're so expensive? Because they're the best gun?
Oh, but you gotta hit the shots with it. You gotta hit the shots.
No,
Last
hitting
player
shots is
standing.
overrated.
Who's next? I have them.
Trade it to the Vandal. The reload coming in.
Fake teleport.
3v1. I'm not seeing this one on the win.
Yeah, they know exactly where Shavy is too.
Fake planted.
Hopefully he knows that's a
Okay.
fake.
Oh,
no, he gets full
no.
blinded.
Too
Attackers
disciplined.
win.
Yeah, that's what you sort of expect. Once Goo decide to win the game, they're going to play disciplined and they're going to close it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with Goo being as good of a team they are, I'm not surprised that Premier lost, but I think we saw some good performance from Premier. I mean, what were you expecting compared to what they delivered?
Yeah, that was a good showing. I really like the way they played the second half on defense. They were more disciplined. They played retake, and they did struggle a little bit in attack. I feel like that just came down to mechanics and gunplay, really. But overall, if I'm Premier, I'm not too disappointed with their results. They put up a show.
Yeah, and they'll be dropping down to losers round 2 to play another rematch against Cute Melee. After a loss like that, Cute Melee's had a bit of time off. We mentioned earlier the mental difference. Premier's had that now extra match against a top tier team. What do you think the result is going to be from the next Premier versus Melee match? Any predictions?
Another rematch. Judging from the way the first game went, I think Premier's mechanics are superior to Melee, so I'd expect them to come out. Maybe the game's going to be a little bit closer. Maybe some of the players on Melee were a little bit nervous coming into that one. They were struggling to hit some shots. I'd say I expect similar results as from the first game.
Any map prediction? Do you think we'll be going back to, was it Split, or are we gonna go to a different map? Do you think?
Hopefully get another map. I think it'd be cool to see maybe like a fracture or an icebox, so something a little bit different to mix it up. But
Yeah,
so far we got
maybe
2 different maps.
Maybe a little Spicy Breeze long range. I don't think that'll be happening,
Yeah.
but you can always hope. All right, well, we'll be back with Overwatch Premier versus Cute Melee, the rematch. But for now, enjoy some Corsair ads. Thanks, Corsair, for sponsoring this event.